actually done a good job of laying the foundation on some of the challenges or factors that contribute to dropout rates in girls. Yes, the first one is poverty. That is such a huge factor. Nigeria, we're currently experiencing an all-time high in poverty, and it's not just Nigeria, it's a global phenomenon, right? Inflation rate is hitting everywhere. But for us, because we're in Nigeria, we know it and we're feeling it strongly, and that has led to increased dropout rates for girls. This is tied closely to harmful gender and cultural norms, because when you look at how girls are perceived in a lot of households in Nigeria, priority is placed on the male or the boys. As such, when a family is hit with poverty, they would rather prioritize the boy to complete his schooling than the girl. And then the girl or the girls in the family are expected to now start looking for money for the family. So it could be through hawking, it could be through early, child and forced marriage, so many things. And also with regards to harmful gender and cultural norms, a lot of families in Nigeria believe that the bulk of a household chores should be done by the girl. And so when girls are burdened with so much housework, even after school, they're not able to catch up and things like that, especially as they get older, their rate of productivity in school starts dropping. And before you know it, parents go, what are you even doing in this school? After all, once you marry, you're going to lose our name and things like that. So these are some of the factors. Then we have issues around safety and security. We know how insecurity is just spreading very, very wide in Nigeria. At one point in time, it was only in Northeast Nigeria when we hear of North State actors attacking schools, kidnapping girls, and right now it is currently, spreading. And usually the first victims are the girls. And as such, it's either girls are afraid to go to school, parents are afraid to send their children to school, especially if these schools are too far from where parents are living. And then also closely tied to this is an issue of access. Some schools are located in places that are either too far, they will have to walk long distance, or the roads are not safe, or they're suffering from erosion. So there are a couple of schools, for example, in Northwest Nigeria. Every time, when it's in the rainy season, you know that access to that school is going to be cut off because of flooding. Then also you have, an issue of quality education. How many children, can you talk to from schools, a lot of schools in Nigeria, that can actually read and write, right? We know that research has shown that Nigeria is going through learning poverty, where children at a certain age cannot read or write, and the effect is much more on girls. And so a lot of parents start asking themselves, why should I send my child to school if they're not going to learn? So it's either teachers do not have enough the suitable capacity, or we have low number of inadequate teachers. So you have pupil teacher ratio getting to 1 to 55. I have been a classroom teacher. I started as an early years teacher, and I know how demanding it is to teach 25 children in a class. But an average classroom in Nigeria public school has nothing less than 50. I've seen a classroom that you have 70, 100. Yeah. I'm just trying to err on the side of, but then it is so challenging. And so there's no quality education. Children are not learning, teachers are tired. And these factors contribute to dropout rates. And of course, just to emphasize the issue of, child and early forced marriage, that is tied to the issue of gender and cultural norms.